It is difficult to recall an instance in living memory when a politician has caused such deliberate, comprehensive, and cruelly timed damage to their own party, or staged such a public moral execution of their leader, writes Joe Hildebrand. The magnificent mixed martial arts fighter Thug Nasty once revealed that he always wore his boots on the plane in case he had to take down a few terrorists. The trick, he said, was not just to tackle the terrorists trying to seize control of the aircraft, but identify the sleepers, the assailants who had not yet broken cover. However, it's a fair bet that even Mr. Nasty wouldn't have picked the sleeper that was Senator Conchetta Fierravanti-Wells before she roared into action on Tuesday night. Of course, Fierravanti-Wells is no more of a terrorist than I am a UFC fighter, but as far as acts of political sabotage goes, her budget night speech was about as brutal as it gets. If Fierravanti-Wells isn't already on the ALP payroll, the party should at least give her a performance bonus as a gesture of goodwill. Stream more local news live and on demand with Flash. 25+ news channels in one place. New to Flash? Try 1 month free. Offer ends the 31st of October 2022. Outgoing Senator Conchetta Anna Fierravanti-Wells lets rip into Prime Minister Scott Morrison in Parliament House on Tuesday night. Picture, NCA Newswire, a Gary Ramage. With one fell swoop, the senator derailed the coalition's budget momentum within hours of it being handed down and poured acid rain on the feel-good glow of its pre-election cash splash. But that was just the entree. For the main, Fierravanti-Wells served up a giant steaming pile character assessment of Scott Morrison that would have made Genghis Khan think he might have a shot at Australian of the Year. Now, instead of writing checks for swinging voters' thighs again, fending off claims that he is untrustworthy and, when it comes to leadership, just simply unworthy. But Fierravanti-Wells wasn't even finished there. Just when opposition MPs must have been sitting back thinking they couldn't possibly fit another thing in, she dished up dessert. Or rather, they did it for her. I know Connie is disappointed that on the weekend 500 members of the Liberal Party went to a pre-selection and they didn't select Connie, he told Radio 2 GB. Hang on a minute. A female senator lashing out at her own party because of anxieties over pre-selection. Suddenly Labor's biggest Achilles heel, the alleged awful treatment of its own Kimberley Kitching, got a new lick of paint. Just as the Kitching revelations nobbled the ALP's ability to attack the government on women and workplace issues by its behaviour, the PM's dismissing of the Fierravanti-Wells claims as merely the fallout of a pre-selection stoush has utterly disarmed his side's attack on Labor. And of course, Fierravanti-Wells had already sprung the trap by explicitly likening herself to Kitching. It is difficult to recall an instance in living memory when a politician has caused such deliberate, comprehensive, and cruelly timed damage to their own party, or staged such a public moral execution of their leader. But perhaps we should not be surprised by this. Over the last decade or more, Australian politics has traded the art of debate and the contest of ideas for the crude practice of character assassination. Fierravanti-Wells may have mocked the PM's faith, but Labor will be treating her intervention as a gift from God. She has done more than any opposition MP to get the party off the hook for the Kitching affair. However, the ALP should be very careful where it goes from here. Just as its own attempt to attack the government over the treatment of women came back to haunt it after Kitchings, if it tries to act holier than thou on issues of character and make politics personal, it could again be making itself a bed of nails. After all, the last time a party so viciously attacked its own was when the Labor caucus turned on Kevin Rudd, although at least they had the decency to knife him first. Watch Joe on The Blame Game, 8:30 p.m. Fridays on Sky News.